Bonjour à tous et à toutes et bienvenue dans une nouvelle vidéo Apprenons ensemble. Je m'appelle Habib et j'enseigne le français. Hello and welcome to another video on Apprenons ensemble. If you are new here, my name is Habib and I teach French. In today's video, we will learn how to introduce ourselves. Se présenter. Se présenter. Les étapes. So here are the steps that we will be following to introduce ourselves. Salutation, so greeting. Votre nom, your name. Votre âge, your age. Votre nationalité, your nationality. Où habitez-vous? Where do you live? Votre profession, your profession. Votre langue or vos langues parlées, so your spoken language or languages, depending. Qu'est-ce que vous aimez? What do you like? And finally, we will end the presentation. So, first one, greeting. We have formal and informal. So, formel, informel. So, for the formal one, le matin, the morning, we use bonjour. Okay, that can be used for good morning or good afternoon. Okay, and the evening, le soir, we will use bonsoir. Bonsoir to express good evening. In the informal way, we'll use salut for morning as well as for evening. Okay. Votre nom, so your name. This is the structure of the sentence to say your name. So subject, then the verb s'appeler, and finally your name. Okay. Je m'appelle plus nom. So I am called plus the name, my name. So in your case, you put your name, not mine. Okay. So here we have one thing that I want to point out. Je m'appelle doesn't mean my name is, but instead it means I am called. Okay. So I am called for je m'appelle, and then you put your name. Okay. So here is the example. Je m'appelle Habib. Je m'appelle Habib. Okay. Third point, votre âge, your age. This is the structure that we'll be following to say our age. So subject plus avoir plus the number for the age, and then an with S or without S to express year old or years old. So if you are more than 1 year old, then please you need to add S. Okay. So here is the example. J'ai 32 ans. J'ai 32 ans. So I'm 32 years old. So while pronouncing 32 ans, you see there is an extra letter somewhere, which is nothing but something that we call liaison in French. Okay. So let's write this number into letters so that you'll be able to exactly understand what I mean. Okay, so 32 ends with X, which is a silent consonant, and en start with a vowel. So there will be a liaison between this silent consonant of the first word and the first syllable of the next word. Okay, so 32 ans. So this liaison will create an extra letter which will be Z in this case in front of the first syllable of the next word. But in our case, the next word is made of only one syllable. So 32 ans. Okay? 32 ans. Okay? So j'ai 32 ans. Okay? Fine. Fourth point, votre nationalité. Your nationality. So subject plus the verb être and nationality. So your nationality. Je suis and my nationality. Je suis and my nationality. So I am and nationality. Okay, so for you, don't forget je suis and then you put your nationality. Okay, and also you should not forget nationality. They are adjectives, so they should agree according to the gender and number of the subject. So if you are a woman, so please the nationality should turn into feminine, and if you are a man, then the nationality should be should stay in masculine. So if you are also giving nationality of more than one person, so the nationality also should go in plural form. Okay? So, example, je suis ivoirien. Je suis ivoirien. So, Ivoirien means Ivorian. Ivorian are people coming from a country called Ivory Coast, which is located in West Africa. And Ivory Coast in French, we say Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire. So, je suis Ivoirien. So, you don't put your country, but instead your nationality. Okay? So, je suis Ivoirien. Fifth point, où habitez-vous? So, where do you live? So, to express where we live, we have two possibilities. We can use any of these two structures. So, the first one will be subjects plus the verb habiter plus preposition plus lieu. Lieu means place. So, the place here can be pays for country or ville for city. Okay, that's the first structure. The second structure will be subject plus vivre plus preposition plus lieu. Okay. Now the question should be, what is the difference between vivre and habiter? So there is a small difference between these two, but while talking about where you live, they both have same meaning. So you can use any of these two structures. But for our example, I'm going to use the first one, so the verb habiter. Okay? So here, j'habite à plus the ville, which is the city. Then we have three possibilities, three possibilities, sorry, EN, AU, and AUX, and pays for the country, okay, which means I live in, then my city, in, then my country, okay. So if you want to have the exact meaning, it means I live in, then the city, comma, the country, okay. So in English, sometimes you won't pay, you don't return this in for the country. Here, it's when I'm stating the city as well as the country. But if you say I live in plus country, then of course you have to mention the preposition. Okay? So now the question can be when to use that A, when to use that EN, AU or AUX. Let's have a look. So we'll use A in front of all cities. So for all cities, please use A. Okay? In front of the city. We'll use EN in front of all feminine countries. Okay? And we'll use again EN in front of all masculine and feminine countries starting with a vowel. Okay? So this is very important. In front of all feminine countries, use EN. And also in front of all any masculine or feminine country starting with a vowel. We'll use AU in front of all masculine countries, but moreover, and very important point, starting with a consonant. Why? Because any masculine country starting with the vowel, we should use, for any country, we should use EN. Okay? So please, for AU, you need to, it should be a masculine country, but one more point should be, it should start with a consonant. And then finally, we use AUX in front of all plural countries to express in. Okay? Fine. So here is the example. J'habite à Bangalore en Inde. J'habite à Bangalore en Inde. So I live in Bangalore, India. Okay. So here when I'm pronouncing en Inde, you can hear that there is an extra N. So this is also the liaison phenomenon. So let's see. Let's have a look. So here we have the N, which is a silent consonant of the first word. Then we are going to bind it to the first syllable of the next word. Okay? So in this case, it will create N. So en Inde. En Inde. Okay? J'habite à Bangalore en Inde. Next point, votre profession. So your profession. So this is the structure, subject plus the verb être plus your profession. So again, professions also are adjectives. So if it's a woman using this sentence, so the profession should turn into feminine. Okay? And if you are talking about more than one person, then the profession should turn into plural form. Okay? So, je suis plus profession. So I am plus my profession. Okay? So, je suis professeur de français. Je suis professeur de français. Okay, so I am a French teacher. So here the question can be, why am I saying professeur? Why not professeur? Here, when you have E followed by the same consonant twice, so the E and the first consonant will be taken together to create an accent on the E. So let's have a look. So you see here, we are taking the first consonant and the E, and it will create an accent on the E. So, je suis professeur de français. Okay? Next point, votre or vos langues parlées. So, your spoken language or languages. Okay? So, here is the structure. So, subject plus this time the verb parler and then the language or languages. Okay? So, let's see, if you speak more than one language, so you are going to list the language, and before the last one you need to put et. So example, in this example I have 2, but let's suppose I had 3, so I will say language 1, comma, language 2, et, then language 3. Okay, so je parle langue 1 et langue 2. If you have 3, so je parle langue 1, comma, langue 2 et langue 3. Okay, so that means I speak language 1 and for the et and language 2. Okay, but if you speak only one language, so there is no et, so I speak and you just say the language that you speak. Okay, so here is the example. So je parle français et anglais. So for this one, the question should be, do we need to mention the article, like in the second example? Je parle le français et l'anglais. You can use any of these two, they are both correct, okay? So je parle français et anglais, or je parle le français et l'anglais. You can use any one, okay? So you can put the article before the language, or you can just write the language without mentioning the article. No problem. Qu'est-ce que vous aimez? So what do you like? So this is the structure. Subject plus this time the verb aimer plus it can be a noun, so nom ou verb. So after the verb aimer, I can have a noun or I can have a verb. I can say, example, I like bananas, or I can say I like reading. So in this time it becomes a verb. Okay, so let's see both structures. So first one, we'll start with the noun. So if you like more than one thing, so you can say, I like basketball, football, and volleyball. Okay, so j'aime plus the first activity, noun 1, then et, noun 2. In my case, I'm going to use 2 examples here, like I like 2 activities. So the first one, et, and the second one, to express I like activity 1 and activity 2. Okay. So I have written here no, because those are noun in the sense of there should be article. The article should be mentioned. Okay, that is when we are using noun with the verb aimer. How about when we use verb? So here is the structure for the verb. So j'aime plus. Now also for the verb you can have more than one action that you like to do. So verb 1 and verb 2. This time after the verb aimer, since the verb is going to be conjugated, the verb that comes after should not be conjugated. They should stay at the infinitive form. Okay? Infinitive form means non-conjugated form of the verb. So it means I like, then verb 1, infinitive form, and verb 2, infinitive form. Okay? Understood this one? So when you are using this verb aimer plus a verb, that means the second action, the main action means I like reading, so the read will stay at the infinitive, or I like sleeping, so sleeping should stay at the infinitive form in French. Okay, now in my example I'm going to use this first structure. Okay, but if you have any doubt about this part, please you can just leave me a comment in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as possible. So let's see my example. So j'aime le basketball la lecture et les voyages. So ici, I'm using activity. So in front of each activity, I need to mention the article. Okay? So that means I like basketball, reading and travels. Okay? So j'aime le basketball, la lecture et les voyages. So finally, we will be presenting ourselves. So let me introduce myself. So bonjour, bonjour. Je m'appelle Habib. Je m'appelle Habib. J'ai 32 ans. J'ai 32 ans. Je suis ivoirien. Je suis ivoirien. J'habite à Bangalore, en Inde. J'habite à Bangalore, en Inde. Je suis professeur de français. Je suis professeur de français. Je parle français et anglais. Je parle français et anglais. J'aime le basketball, la lecture et les voyages. J'aime le basketball, la lecture et les voyages. Merci. So this is it for the presentation. This is a summary table for you to be able to know exactly the structure that you should use according to what you want to say. Okay? So this is it for the today's class. If you like this type of video, please, I will humbly ask you to subscribe and hit the bell button not to miss our future uploads. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon for another video. Merci. Au revoir.